Yeshua, in order to bring his disciples to the point of perfection, which he himself had to learn through obedience, enduring the cross, he now is not only teaching audibly, he will show his disciples how to conquer the fear of death. But then he also will teach his disciples they need to overcome that same fear themselves. The reason why this lesson and this aspect of the journey of transformation is so important is because that fear is the means as to how Satan has kept men bound, and it's the same strategy which he uses to this day. We all have heard, or I presume we all have heard, of cancel culture. Cancel culture is a term that ultimately defines the powers that be, the platforms that you are ultimately sharing your message with, the people that you share your message with, their ability to counsel you, to turn you off, to remove you, to deplatform you. And as a result, you do not have access to your audience, to your followers, to your fans. As a consequence, you can't make your income that your audience, your followers, your fans generate for you. So generally what people do is they live their life within the framework of the community guidelines. If they don't do so, they will be deplatformed, and then they will not have the money for whatever they need it for. That is your modern day equivalent of what Yeshua was teaching his disciples to confront. See, when you have the truth in an unrighteous, sinful and adulterous generation, you become a threat to the infrastructure of oppression. And as a result, if you speak the truth and those still bound by the infrastructure of oppression, they follow the truth that you are speaking, then the infrastructure of oppression, which is built upon the backs of people, has to fall. And so the device that is used is fear to stop the one who is attempting to break free or has broken free to lead others that way. So an example is made of him. A public example is made of these people in a bid to cause the individual to close their mouth, and those who may follow the individual to be fearful of doing so. But Yeshua, he is teaching his disciples that fear needs to be overcome. We are in the same position today. We need to overcome that fear, because if we don't overcome that fear, what are we saying about our Father in heaven? About his ability to provide, to protect, his ability to be a shield, his ability to be a buckler, a fortress, his ability to rescue, his ability to fight on our behalf. And herein lies the challenge for us, which Yeshua is guiding his disciples through, not just with his words, but with a demonstration in real time. And then as he leaves, he's letting his disciple know what they've done to me, they will do to you. But as they've witnessed the resurrection, you don't need to be fearful. You don't need to be afraid. And the reason why is because the same Yeshua, the same Spirit of the living God that rose him up, if he be in you, he will rise you up as well. And here is why we get this understanding that the devil and his works has been completely destroyed already. All holds, all yokes, all chains, all title deeds that he may have over mankind has been ceased, has been remitted, has been cancelled, has been disannulled. But we have to come into agreement with it. We have to come into agreement with it, not just with our words, with our actions.